You are watching WPTV.
Coming to you from Hamilton Hall, WPTV presents Very Late with Vont Leak. Tonight, the very first. Plus, Vont welcomes Professor Chris Williams. And music from Geno Five. And now, here's your host, Vont Leak.
Oh my gosh. Boom. That's so aggressive. Thank you. Thank you so much. Put your shirt back on, miss. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Very Late with Vont Leak. I am Vont Leak. I'm also very late. Seriously, I was very late today. Sorry. I'm not used to this. People of color don't do these shows, you know? So this is weird for you and I. And usually when white men take over these shows, people send them over fruit baskets or like danishes and charcuterie boards. When I got here, all I saw was fried chicken, rice and beans, and a bottle of coquito. I was like...
Well, listen, man, no wonder you were late, right? Because when you eat, you get the itis.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's what it was.
That's what it was. The Jimmys don't know about that.
No.
Jimmy Fallon's just,
of course not.
It's just an apple.
It's just...
Guys, it's our first show, so I do think we should start off with some icebreakers. You want to start, Johan?
Sure. My name is Johan, and I used to do ballet classes when I was younger. So I'm a bit of a feminist, and I'm not afraid to say that.
Good for you, Johan. Good for you. I'll go. My name is Vont. I can recite the words to every Blues Clues song, and I sleep with 2 Build-A-Bears every night.
What a geek. Sorry.
I also sleep with a woman every night.
You got me there.
I did.
Touché, sir.
Look, although they couldn't be here tonight, I want to shout out my parents. They've always been very supportive of me and my dreams. When I was younger, they'd always tell me, Vont, you got this. Vont, keep working hard and you'll achieve your dreams. Till one day they said, Vont, we're getting a divorce. So what happened to working hard, Mom? Come on now. Johan, what is it like?
Having parents?
No. My parents aren't dead. I said divorced. Your parents are together, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean...
Lucky you.
Yeah. I mean, it's better than them being dead.
Yeah, I would think. Oh, Johan. Hey, speaking of dead parents, did you guys see the new Batman movie? On opening day, it earned $73 million domestically, which is great. I probably won't go see it, though, but I do trust that the Bat was a man. We got to set the bar very low for the first show, and then we'll just build our way up from there.
Right.
Did you see Batman?
I did. Not.
Oh.
Because honestly, I'm so sick of these Batman movies. You know, who should finally get their spotlight? You're gonna call me crazy, but Captain Planet.
Who?
He's the real hero. Captain Planet, the 5 kids with the rings, and they'd like put the rings up in the sky. They make Captain Planet. He's an environmental hero. He's like the real hero. I'm in a world where climate change is so imminent. I feel like a live action depiction of this guy would be just great. It would just be great. I mean, like, really, what does Bruce Wayne do? He just takes money, he inherits dirty money from the exploitation of the working class. Now, hear me out. Captain Planet, look at my lips, would body Batman.
Is that so?
Indeed.
Johan Yamosa, ladies and gentlemen. Well, back to Batman. The movie starred Robert Pattinson as Batman and Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman. Did you guys know that Zoe Kravitz actually auditioned for The Dark Knight Rises in 2012 but didn't get it because she was, quote, too urban? Which is ridiculous. Zoe, I would never reject you.
Hey, buddy, you know your girlfriend's watching, right? The women you go to sleep with?
I know. I was talking about for a film.
Right.
I cast her for a film, silly. You know what else is silly? These gas prices. The bar is like right here. It's very low.
Very low.
Very late and very low. These gas prices are crazy. They're skyrocketing, and my bank account is tanking. Every day I tell myself I'm not going to get gas today. We'll see if it goes down tomorrow. And every day it's 10 cents higher, which is wild. My gas light is on, and I'm gaslighting myself into not filling my tank.
Very low. Very low.
Yeah, the next episode they'll be. I think we should start the show by explaining all the punchlines to people.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, I'll explain them.
Okay.
Right.
Hey, speaking of gaslighting, it's Women's History Month. Sorry, that was for my ex. Sorry. Very low, like I said. That was for my ex. Sorry. Look, I'm kidding. Shout out to all the queens out there for breaking the glass ceiling and proving that you're better than any man. Salute to the queens. Just make sure that if you break the glass ceiling, you just clean it up afterwards. I'm joking. Relax. I am also a feminist like my brother Johan. I wear pink. Sometimes.
That's not, okay.
Sometimes.
I don't think, okay.
Yeah. I love all my queens out there. My mom's a queen. My girlfriend's a queen. Mm-hmm. I read about the queen. She had COVID a couple weeks ago. Yeah, women rule and men suck.
Yeah. You know who else sucks?
That's Women's History Month. Don't clap.
You know who else sucks and is a man?
Oh.
Batman.
Leave it alone, Johan. Enough.
Come on, man.
Enough.
Captain Planet.
Yeah. Guys, it's tax season, so make sure you guys get your tax forms and do whatever responsible young adults do, and just go hand them over to your parents, so that way they can hand it over to their accountant, so that way the IRS doesn't arrest you. Whatever happens when you don't pay your taxes. But this tax season, please remember that Jeff Bezos, one of the many billionaires who doesn't pay his taxes, still is ugly as hell. So, even with the extra money, so don't feel bad. We're all broke. Hard out here for a pimp. He liked that one. He got the reference.
You know who also is a billionaire that sucks? Bruce Wayne.
Johan, please.
Who is Batman?
Johan, please. Big news this week. New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy ended the mask mandate in public schools. You hear that, guys? The pandemic is over. You can go back to fondling your high school sweetheart under the bleachers. Look, don't worry about catching COVID. You can just catch herpes instead. Yeah, well,
yeah.
They're not all gonna hit.
Fondling is just not a nice word. I don't like.
You don't like the word fondling?
No.
What about the act of fondling?
My lawyer is not present, so I plead the fifth.
Okay, well, guys, we have an amazing show for you tonight. I'll be talking to Professor Chris Williams. Plus, we have great music from Geno Five. We're gonna have a great show tonight. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Guys, before we really get started, I do want to thank you guys for coming out tonight, for watching at home, watching at work, on the toilet, you know. My team and I have been working very, very hard to put this show together, and this show is a true passion of mine. I hate using words like typical because there's nothing typical about me, but this late night show is kind of like all the rest, except we have a little bit of flavor to us. So if you give this show a chance, just like any of your favorite foods, we will try not to disappoint. So right now, though, I would like to formally introduce somebody. He's my sidekick, announcer, my award-winning coworker, and personally, I call him my Bruda. Give it up for Johan Yamoza, ladies and gentlemen. My guy, thank you for being on the show.
No, thank you so much. Who's Johan? Do I go get him?
What? Huh? You're Johan.
Oh, that's me?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You
Great.
okay? Did you take your medicine this morning?
No, I didn't.
This has been a big week for us. How have you been getting ready to do our program?
Good. Last night, I had to light some incense candles and clip my toenails. It's a whole ritual.
For the show? It's a ritual?
Yeah. That'd be like its own segment.
Okay. We'll talk about that at a later date.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See if we can do that.
Yeah. My week was interesting. Other than getting ready to put on this show. Wednesday was girlfriend and mom's birthday.
Woo! Your pockets must be hurting, bro.
And gas. Yeah, it's crazy.
Geez.
Pockets are hurting, but it's gonna be a great week. It's gonna be a great show. Now, guys, as I've mentioned, it's our first episode, and if I'm being honest, I'm all about transparency. So before we continue, I want you all to learn the real me. And the real me has a lot of beefs, a lot of things that have been bothering me. And I have some things that I need to get off my chest. So it's time for a segment that we're calling Watch Your Back. First up, we're going to start with Pete Davidson. Sir, please tell us your ways. Look, Pete was engaged to Ariana Grande, and now he's dating the Kim Kardashian, all while looking like he hasn't slept since he was born. You would think that if being funny was the criteria to get women to like you, I'd be the one dating Kim Kardashian. But maybe I just need better writers. We'll blame it on them. Look, I will say, being labeled oddly attractive is almost as backhanded compliments can get. It's literally saying, oh my God, this guy's so ugly, but I guess he's not that ugly. But Skeet has been getting too much heat recently. From me to you, Pete, and I know you're watching. Thanks for looking out for us mediocre men. Pete, please watch your back, because Kanye might get to you if you don't. Next we have Euphoria. I have never seen more penises per minute before in my life. PPM, if you will. Truly, Sam Levinson, and I know you're watching too. Please spare us the agony. Look, female nudity, I can excuse. But males too? Despicable. And a lot of people have been saying that Euphoria is not as accurate to the high school experience. And I have to agree with them. As somebody who graduated high school 3 years ago, I can personally tell you it was nothing like that. But that might just be because I was a loser in high school. But really, Euphoria is such a messy show, it makes me feel better about my life. I might be failing 1 or 2 classes, but at least I don't have intimate relations with the father of the boyfriend of my 2 best friends that were videotaped without me knowing. Things could be worse. Euphoria, clean up your act or watch your back. Next, we have Tyler Perry. 20 years later, and he's still making Medea movies. Look, honestly, at this point, as much as he dresses up as a black man, he better know how to make some damn chitlins. Tyler Perry owns the biggest production studio in the country and still has his actors wearing crazy-ass wigs. Plus, it's been 2 decades and Mr. Brown's knees are still ashy as hell. Hopefully your next film is called Tyler Perry, Here's Some Lotion. So Medea, or Tyler Perry, you better watch your back, sir, or ma'am. Next we have the Cheesecake Factory. You'd think they have cheesecake there, but they have everything else on the damn menu. Burgers, lobster, fish, pasta, Tex-Mex, egg rolls. Egg rolls are my favorite. Look, you can basically get everything there. It's just bougie enough where you can take a date and seem fancy. You can literally order chicken fingers there. Step your game up, bro. Cheesecake Factory, I'll take some more bread and, oh yeah, watch your back. Next, we have Shamrock Shakes. Look, forget Women's History Month. It's Irish American Heritage Month, which means it's that time of year where McDonald's drops that delicious, thick, green goodness that people all around the world enjoy every single year.
Creamy.
Thanks for that, Johan. If we're being honest, Shamrock Shakes are disgusting. Who decided that mint was the national flavor of St. Patrick's Day? Did the leprechauns approve? I think not. And who wants a mint milkshake? Like, what do they think we're just gonna wake up one day and say, oh, I forgot to brush my teeth, and then just go buy a Shamrock Shake and that'll just fix the problem? Just for the ice cream machine to be broken? Now my breath stinks and my lactose intolerance is acting up.
Irish.
It tastes Irish? Okay. Shamrock Shakes, you better watch your back. Next up, Wordle. What the hell is tacit?
Well, actually, it's an adjective that means understood or implied without being stated. Lucky guess.
Okay. Seriously, what are these words? I feel like ever since the New York Times brought Wordle, the words have gotten more and more ridiculous. Who knew 5-letter words could be so hard to guess? Like the word today, right? I got the first 3 letters on the first try, and I gotta be honest, I'm still stuck.
Is it Oh, I got it. First try, too.
Word?
Wordle.
Is the word fired? Because that's what you're about to be. Bitch. Wordle, watch your damn back.
That was rough, man. That was rough.
Finally, crime. The original Law & Order has returned to TV for the first time since 2010, and fictional criminals are shaking in their boots. No one is safe, not even you. I'm not mad at this, though. I'm a die-hard Law & Order fan, but I feel like nowadays everything is getting a reboot. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is a drama now. That 90s show is coming out soon. What they need to do is reboot Kitchen Nightmares and have Gordon Ramsay come to these damn dining halls. That's where the real crime is being committed. Law & Order, watch your back. That's all for Watch Your Back. We've got more very late after the break, so stick around. Welcome back. My very first guest on our very first show is a professor here at William Patterson. He's a filmmaker who has taught classes such as Film 1, its highly successful sequel, Film 2, and the sequel to that, you guessed it, Film 3. You may have never heard of him, but if you have any classes in this building, he's pretty loud, so you have heard him. Please give it up for Professor Chris Williams, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. All that. I don't know what that was.
It's brothers. That's how we, giving a little dab.
Right off Black History Month. I love it.
Right.
That's right, my brother. You understand how that is, right?
Right on.
Thank you.
Gotta give it up.
Right on.
Soul brother. This is soul brother number 2.
Yeah. You're in the after club.
Right. It's the low bar.
Thank you for being here.
Sure. Yeah, I appreciate what you said about the low bar, and I think you just mentioned that because.
Got to stay humble.
But I do want to tell you, in film, television, we have something called B-roll.
Yes.
It's the stuff, if you're interviewing me, you'll see me walking down, that's B-roll.
Right.
I only deal with A-roll, so I don't deal with the low bar, so I'm here to elevate everything.
Yeah, that's why we had you on.
I'm raising the bar.
Thank you.
The bar is officially high.
Yeah. And as soon as you walk off this, right after you walk off the stage, it's going to go back down.
Yes. Very good.
That's good. Yeah. So stop. What are you doing?
He's looking at me.
You're trying to get into the Black Club 1. Stop it.
He's in
He's
everybody's
talking to me with his eyes. People do that.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Shout out to your girlfriend. Williams, thank you for being here.
Sure.
You have been a professor at this school for how long?
22 years.
Damn.
22 years.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, let me say this is not new to you. You were on a couple years ago the old late night show, or one of the old late night shows, part of the late night class, the late show with Scott Semlitz. And in that show, you were Williams, but there was a bit that you guys did, and it's on YouTube if you guys want to go watch. It's hilarious on the Willie P. Com Department YouTube. But there's a bit where they're reading your Rate My Professor reviews, and one of them is very notable, and this is real. This is actually on Rate My Professor, Chris Williams. It says, "No homo, but this man's so fine he got 2 S's in his name like some goddamn dessert." Because his name is Chris with 2 S's.
I'm just taking that in. It reminds me. It's true. Right? Well, look, look, I'm not going to lie. I taught at Boston University for a while, and I was involved in a film organization there. It was a bunch of black filmmakers in Boston. I was there. It was a big meeting, and this woman is talking, and she says, some brothers come in different ways. Like him, he's muscles and chocolate. And then she starts talking. I didn't hear a word she said. She pointed to me and said muscles and chocolate. So that became my thing.
Muscles and chocolate? Wow.
So that's who I am.
Your wife is a very lucky lady.
Can I tell you, my wife got me this little man, chocolate, muscles. That's it, man. That's how I roll.
What is it? It's like a figurine?
It was chocolate, brother. It
was actual chocolate.
It was chocolate.
Of muscles?
Of a muscle, like a muscular guy.
Where do they build, what is that factory?
I have no idea where she got it. Sometimes when you're married, you don't ask questions, right?
Amen to that.
You just accept and smile and say, sweetie, that's lovely.
Amen to that. Right. So you've been here. So talk me through how you got to William Patterson. You were an undergrad at Montclair in business, not even in film, which you do. You went to grad school at NYU.
Right.
How did you end up here?
So I was a business major, but I had to take, I tell this story, I had to take a dumb art class, right? They make you take a whole bunch of stupid classes.
Yeah.
One of them was a dumb art class, and I took filmmaking. You can kind of see where the story's going?
Yeah.
Right? It wasn't so dumb. I fell in love with it. And I had already had and taken a lot of business classes, so I started taking a bunch of film classes. I started hanging around. Film was in the art school, so I was hanging around with all the art kids, and I just fell in love with it. I graduated, and I applied to film school, and I got in. Around the same time, Spike Lee first hit and was talking about black filmmakers got to make your own films and all this kind of stuff. My uncle was in the music business. He was a producer. He wrote a bunch of classic songs by Jackson 5, like ABC, I Want You Back. He wrote Gloria Gaynor's I Will Survive. So I used to go out there. So I've been around artists. So Spike came along, and I said, I'm going to apply to NYU. And then I got in. And next thing you know, I'm there. And I quickly realized I don't like being on set.
Okay.
And so teaching became my thing.
Was it Spike that made you realize that specifically?
Those were long days working on a feature film.
Did Spike torment you?
No, Spike was cool. Spike was cool. I had one job not to get yelled at, because Spike would yell at anybody.
And so now, you pass that on to your students.
That's right.
Because if you've never taken a class with Chris Williams, I just had your class, which is funny because I almost skipped it this morning, but I was like, that's probably not the best thing to do today. You have this thing, I don't want to say you torment your students, but there are some mixed reviews because you have a thing with your students where you threaten them with 7-year-olds. Because you say, and this is a quote, almost verbatim, 7-year-olds are your competition and will defeat you. Why?
Yeah.
Where does this stem from?
Because now,
Spike?
it does. Well, no, it's recognizing that the competition is out there. that you're not special here, that the bar to entry was very low. Like you used to have to own a film camera, you used to have to own a regular camera, a TV studio. Now, every kid with a cell phone and a TikTok account can publish stuff. My goddaughter, she's got a bunch of followers and all this stuff. That's your competition. So I don't want students to come here and think they're magically gonna get some job at some great place, because that's probably not gonna happen. They're gonna have to recognize that it's within their own creativity, and I want them to be real and to come and be involved and to do stuff. This university has a lot to offer. Faculty are always here, they're devoted. You can get the finest education in media in the country at this school if you do it. But I want to remind them, you got competition, and the competition's in middle school right now. Eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, kicking your ass.
You don't think you could just tell them, like, work harder?
No, that's not gonna work.
Having a 9:30 class with you and being told, like, a 7-year-old is gonna beat your ass one day, that's just not, it's not the motivational thing that I need to hear to want to get my degree.
So 2 years after graduation, as I always say, when I see you in Home Depot stocking shelves,
Yeah,
and you're
or
like,
at
Professor
Acme.
Williams, right, you're in there, you know, or at Starbucks getting my mochaccino, Professor Williams, remember me? And I go, yeah. And, I said, what do you do? Oh, I see what you're doing. Oh, yeah, hey, good luck. I walk out going, hey, should have paid attention more, should have worked harder.
Before
I keeps it real.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do.
And I do want to say,
I'm sure you do.
I have a kid in college now. I say the same thing to him.
God bless
you
him.
You gotta be competitive and ready to go out in the world.
But when you're here now, but back in like the 90s, you started off doing what, music videos? Is what you started doing? Music videos.
Yeah.
And we have a clip of a music video that you did. You want to preface it for people?
Yeah, well, see, I was...
Or maybe we should see if they notice who you are, actually.
Okay.
All right, let's watch the video of Williams in like the 90s and see if you can guess his role. Let's take a look.
Word to father, hot just like barber. Step to the youth, yo kid, don't even bother. Refuse to pay dues, I use your ooze and kill all crews and lay back.
That's you. That was you at that last shot. You were getting what, robbed?
I was getting robbed by Granddaddy IU.
Is that part of it? So that plus the Spike Lee is all what got you to this point of telling us.
That's why I yell in class. It's literally therapy.
All right.
I go home, I sit down, and I go,
Your wife and your son are amazing people for putting up with you. You are also, real quick, a pro bono lawyer. You just got an award. They're giving you an award?
Yes.
Tell people real quick about the award.
So I work for an organization called Partners.
Yes.
And they do legal services for low-income women who are victims of domestic violence. And I'm a pro bono attorney, meaning I work for free. And so I do several cases a year, and they've given me an award. I worked on a video for them with a number of students. They really did a fantastic job. One here in the audience did a fantastic job on that. They use it, and I'm always there whenever they need something, and they have a big benefit in the spring, and they let me know that I'm going to be one of their partners in Hope, this beautiful award that they're giving. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm really excited about it.
Well, congratulations, man. Congratulations. Professor Chris Williams, registration for his classes begins March 23rd. Thank you so much for being here. I know you have another class to get to.
That's right.
God bless everybody that's about to go into that class. Chris Williams, once again. We'll be right back after this, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
He keeps it real.
Keeps it. Right? Isn't that what...
Welcome back. Guys, when we started putting this show together, I knew for the first episode I wanted two things. Background dancers and a fire-ass musical guest. We got one. Our musical guest tonight is an emerging hip-hop artist from right here in Jersey. He's actually an alumni of Willie P. He came back here tonight to give us the world premiere of a very late exclusive. Performing Nightmare, please give it up for Geno Five.
Back from dead, I've been gone long time. Lazarus, I really rose on God with this rapping. I got the flow on lock. Baphomet, I've been the GOAT off top. Started with $1 in a dream, I invested. Treat my pain like it should be a lesson. Dealing with a lot of things really could stress me, but on the other hand, I'm good, ambidextrous. Don't give up, and I mean it. I've been through hell and back, brought all my demons. Held them back, now I release it. Fighting my fears, it's about time that I beat it. Couldn't find us in the bottle, war with drugs, so I searched more. Went from rock bottom to above, got immersed for the dollars. Now I'm trying to build a buzz, I was dirt poor. That's how I got it out the mud. In my head, I'm at war, it's intense, straight up. I've been feeling good more, now I sense danger. Till it ruined the euphoria like Zendaya. I'ma always live in doubt, being scared. Tribulations and the trials ain't fair. I'ma only get my flowers when I'm dead. Yeah, they let her hate now, give credit later. What if money and the power and respect fade out? If the love is gone, don't matter to me. When they up in arms, I'm out of their reach. I'm staying clear. My biggest fear is to care what y'all think. I need my peace. Does anybody know what it's like? I am not alone in my mind. I lose control of mine. Don't know where it goes sometimes. Does anybody know what it's like? I am not alone in my mind. How am I supposed to fight fear when I'm living in a nightmare? Anybody know what it's like? I am not alone in my mind. I lose control of mine. Don't know where it go, I don't know where. Anybody know what it's like? I am not alone in my mind. How am I supposed to fight fear when I'm living in the night? Hey, anybody know what it's like? I am not alone in my mind. I lose control of mine. Don't know where it go, I don't know where. Anybody know what it's like? I am not alone in my mind. How am I supposed to fight fear when I'm living in the night? Wait, does anybody know what it's like? I am not alone in my mind. I lose control of mine. Don't know where it goes sometimes. Does anybody know what it's like? I am not alone in my mind. How am I supposed to fight fear when I'm living in the nightmare?
Geno Five. I want to thank Professor Chris Williams, Geno Five, and a big thanks to Al Clarke and the entire crew. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe. I hope to see you next time. But until then, that's our show. Good night, everybody.